Y'all pull up your phone. Hey, pull up your phone to see if it's streaming, bruh. I think we on. We in this piece. What up, what up, what up, what up? Know what I mean? Angry Man God Talk special edition in this motherfuckers. As always, every show sponsored by Social Media Boutique. Make your next event a Social Media Boutique event. Check us out at SocialMediaBoutique.events. Show sponsored by Social Media. Oh, no, hell no. Make your next. All right, don't worry about it. We got it, little studio issues. Don't worry about it. Anyway, guys, get on. We gonna talk some Trish Nash. We've been drinking and chilling and having a little brother circle. Don't even worry about it. Get through the sponsorship shit. Iota Mist. Broad spectrum hemp oil. It's a spray, not regular spray. A lower viscosity formula designed to go right into your blood. You understand? It's dope. You understand what I'm talking about? We got smokable flour, all kinds of stuff going on. Hit me on the Gmail. It's in the description and the information. I was trying to talk quick, but the hook came in. It's all good. Woo! There it is. We in this thing, y'all.
Hello,
nephews and shit. Yeah, exactly. All right. So what we talking about, guys? I mean, we can, kind of. I was thinking we can just jump right into whatever. I do have topics. What's up, guys? I was, jump on in here. We only got one viewer, whatever. Hopefully, niggas will come on. We gonna talk some Trish Nash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But we was talking about, getting older and, let me take the thing off. There we go. All right.
What up, peoples?
So yeah, man, what's the word, man? What we talking about? Y'all done talking about these females or what? What's up? We got another guest in the house, but he's off in the cut real quick. You don't want to slide over real quick in the frame just to at least introduce yourself there, Holmes? He says
nigga ain't no good.
That's a damn shame, dog. That's a damn shame, guys.
I don't do it, bro.
Well, I mean, shit then. I guess I'm going ahead and jump into some real shit then, guys. It's your boy, Brother David. This is the Angry Man God Talk Hour. I got special guests in the house. This is my brother, business partner. We got some things to talk about. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I'm trying to get my shit together because we have been drinking a little bit. But, yeah, man. We were talking about a lot of things in here. I said, I don't know if you guys want to feel free to talk about anything.
I don't remember what we was talking about, to tell you the truth, but we was talking
being
about
older and looking instead of wanting to slut out these, excuse the expression, these females. You rather wake up to a young lady who's ready to cook some grits and some eggs and wear some boy shorts in the morning.
Right. That's what
Why do you think that is? Is it because you're older and tired, or is it because these girls the girls nowadays are kind of raggedy? Not all of them.
It's all of it. I think it's all of it, but really, like, for one, these new James is a lot, bro. They just a lot to deal with. They only talking about the same thing. Their role model is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
So that means when they're doing the same thing and those are role models, you mean like get in the bag and put the bag first and get it from a nigga however means necessary.
Yeah, they not even trying to be in a relationship.
What age range would you say we're talking about? 30 and under or 35 and under? Or no, 30 and under.
30 and under.
30 and under.
30 and under, but even like the janks I got on Facebook or anything else, like 35 and over, they still trying to TikTok and they still trying to. And bitch, get your old ass out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that shit's aggravating, dog. But all the motherfuckers are like, they're and that's the thing about, I guess, what I'm really talking about. Like, most of these bitches or anybody nowadays, they're followers.
Followers, okay.
They're followers, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Followers of what?
They're followers of the
mainstream society, whatever.
Yeah, they're just whatever's on TV, whatever's on the internet. They're followers. They want everybody to talk about the same shit.
Okay.
Everybody talk about the same thing. Everybody doing the same dance. Everybody listen to the same music. You know, even when we was talking to Brad, you know, Brad in South Carolina State represent, you know.
Okay.
You know, but even there, when
Brad
we
is
talking about trying to bring
our guest who doesn't want to get on camera. But we gonna convince him. He gonna get on attention.
Talk about that nigga, but
If we talk about some riveting shit, he gonna have no choice but to jump on and give his piece and
he gonna
testify.
get that. He gonna get that.
Somebody gonna testify.
But
I feel like you want to testify now.
you want?
I mean,
Are there good girls? Are there righteous women? Are there? Because the Bible says, not to get biblical, that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So what I've learned, especially through watching Pastor Kevin Samuels, you know, I've probably seen over 30 hours of his video content. But anyway, I'm definitely a faithful member. But so that means that it doesn't say if you find a female or a woman or a girl or a female who will be a wife if you show her you're a king or some shit. Yeah. It says a wife. You know, just like it talks about being a husband man. That means you are already prepared to be a husband when you meet your wife. Right. So, are there wives out there?
It's a lot of traditional women. Yeah.
Really?
You think?
Under
a lot?
Yeah.
Under the age of 30?
No,
yeah.
You need to come to the camera, bro.
Yeah,
just slide over right next to him.
I'm good.
Oh, man. All right.
But I do think it's a lot of traditional women.
No.
Okay.
Even with all the social media, even with all the Instagram models.
Go deeper. So what's your experience? What are you saying? You see at school, you see what in life, what work? At
school, no. But like a lot of girls around here are still traditional. A lot of girls like in the country still traditional. It's a lot of girls who looking for a husband who want to be with one man, who not into TikTok, who got 2 or 3 kids.
But
they got 2 or 3 kids.
I mean,
that's the part.
That's the part.
That's the part.
Oh,
okay. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. So I mean,
bitches who've been around the block. We're not talking, but no. Okay, I want to take it there. This is what I'll say.
Speak on it.
Like when you say a lot of them, whether they're and I would like to agree with you on like the down south country chicks that still cook, that still, you know what I'm saying? I'll make some macaroni and cheese.
Move toward Brad a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah.
Those motherfuckers, anyways. Yeah. But my point is that
that's good.
Oh, even those bitches are still on Facebook posting.
You don't know my. You know me. You may know me, but you don't know my story.
No. Posting wifey material, and then the next clip is of her half naked twerking.
Or even if she's not
even
twerking.
The country bitches.
Or even if she's not
dog, I'm talking about dog.
Be fair to you.
You know me, dog. I'm talking about lawyers. I'm talking about doctors. I'm talking about nurses. I'm talking about all these bitches who are like good, wholesome, down south bitches. They're still on Facebook and Instagram twerking and showing ass.
Are you sure? Wait, let me ask you a question.
Is that wifey material?
Let me ask you a question. No, it's not. But let me ask you a question. Are you sure? Because I feel like, and I don't want to speak for Brad. And Brad, I just really wish you could get on camera, but I feel like those are not the women he was talking about. Those are women we haven't talked about yet, and I'm glad you brought them up. That they show themselves as being wives. They say they're wives. On the surface, on paper, they're good girls, even if it's because they're not being a whore anymore. But again, if they got 2, 3 kids, you know, that means they were at one point, and that's fine, whatever, depending on the the level of real nigga, whatever his situation is. But as Pastor Kevin Samuels says, if we're rating a woman, the kids, what I'm saying, like her, a woman's femininity, cooperation, and a womb or fertility, and having kids already does tie into that, is a part of it. So I mean, if she got 2, 3 kids, she should be cooperative. And it sounds like Brad is talking about them, not the girls that want attention all the time. The girls that are actually wholesome. Maybe they don't look that great.
Okay, so I'll play.
Or maybe they have 2 kids.
I'll play devil's advocate to both sides. Okay.
The women you described exist though.
I'll play devil advocates to both sides. Brad's side, the nigga that's not in the camera.
Damn, Brad.
Whether he's just talking about the bitches who are used, the bitches with 3 and 4 kids, and the pussy's no good.
Oh my goodness.
Or whether you're talking about some other jank in the cut that's going to Aiken Tech and still working at Walmart and still trying to be a good girl, that bitch is still twerking.
Oh my goodness.
On Instagram and motherfucking Facebook. Nowadays, I don't care what you say, dog, and I'm telling you, dog, and we talked about this before, dog, all the good women, and there may be, like you say, whatever the case may be, but, dog, we're talking 10% of good, wholesome women that still want a husband, or that still wants whatever the case may be. The other 90%.
I'm sharing the link to the Brooks family. Just
are motherfucking ratchet James.
He's still cursing.
The most ratchet James. I said James.
I'm just messing with you.
Ratchet James that were eyelashes that are longer than their hair. Hair that definitely ain't theirs because you can see the brown shit that's right here laid down.
Lace fronts.
We're talking about the James that covered their face in makeup. That when they wash it off and you wake up in the morning, you're like, who is this Jank that I just, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, what? Who? I'm sorry. What's happening right now? We're talking about all the women that go out and try to perfect themselves by unperfecting themselves. You don't look better with 7-inch nails. Yeah. You don't look better with 3-inch lashes. Yeah. You don't look better when you shave your eyebrows and then paint them bitches on.
So you don't like the
What's happening right now?
Well, what's happening is that we're in a time where that is popping, and that's what they feel is what it makes them attractive, and it's normal. It's a part of life. I remember I actually just saw something where they were arguing. These women were actually arguing about whether or not having weave is natural or not. Because one girl was like, "No, as long as you don't put chemicals in your hair and have a perm, you're good." You know, right. So what I mean?
No, you raggedy. If you put that lace front on and you leave it in your hair for a month because you think it's Brazilian hair, it's not your hair to start off. But for 2, you leave it in for a month, you nasty. You didn't wash your hair for a month?
So that's the only thing that
I mean, but regardless of anything, if you're trying to be natural and you're trying to let your natural hair grow or be natural, whatever the case may be, your hair won't grow if you don't wash it in a month, raggedy old.
So that annoys
it won't, yes.
And that's the reason that
when you take that lace front off, you have dandruff.
So that's dandruff. All that is what's the problem with black love?
Dry.
That's the problem with black love.
It ain't no hair there. Curled up and rolled up in peas.
Hey y'all, by the way, we're just chilling and talking crazy right now.
I like the lace front.
We're gonna get into some topics.
Oh whoa.
Real quick.
Bro, you gotta get in the camera.
Just scoot over next to Tito. Why?
No, you gotta get in the camera, dog.
We're gonna get on topics, y'all, but we just kind of like man cave, lion den, talking trash. Start talking shit, swallowing spit. Y'all stick with us. We're gonna talk about Nick.
You like the raggedy lace front?
Okay.
No, obviously not a raggedy lace front.
Thank you.
Fresh lace front.
And you rarely see a fresh one, whether you know it or not. My mom used to do hair, so
okay.
I know a little bit.
You know about that.
So the lace front,
bad bitch life.
I don't know, but most of them girls you see, bro, they lace fronts be trash. Like, it's only a few girls on Instagram or Facebook who have good lace fronts. Most people don't even know how to do it.
We talking 90% of trash.
Probably most likely. I go 80% of the.
I can smoke a bag of that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
So okay,
90% of these new age bitches are red.
And that's why
but only because of the lace front.
No, because they're trying to become something they're not.
That's just an
they're
example.
trying to
That's
fall
example
into
of,
the fuck.
To prove
They're falling into some shit that's
your
not
point.
who they are.
To prove your point, the girls you like, they don't wear lace fronts.
Right.
They know. That
Why do they do that? You know?
Huh?
Why do they do that? Do you think?
They're insecure. They want to be a part of what's going on. And this is most people. Only real niggas or real people don't fall into that category. But dog, most people want to fall into it's the Jones effect. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else got it, and I'm gonna go get it. That's the same thing with lashes, hair, Fendi.
Yo, this is Mo's younger brother.
Like
He's
everything
not sure
else,
right now,
though.
so
Like
if you need the name and the number, he'll probably get back to you.
It's all a thing of people just trying to fit in, and nobody. While everybody's trying to be different in new age, nobody's different, because even the niggas who tattoo their face and wear dumbass hairstyles, they still sag their pants. They still have the same tattoos. Them niggas are nobodies, dog. Fuck out of here.
So the fact that they're not being different, I'm just trying to get. I mean, those are all legitimate like kind of grievances. I'm trying to get to the crux of things. Like, so you think that's ultimately the issues as far as so people not trying to be different or individual.
Right.
It's just a lot of.
They're just falling into place. They're trying to be.
But what about all the black LGBTs and feminists? That's individual. They're trying to stand out separately from black people.
No, they're not. What they're trying to do is fit into a culture that accepts them. That's it.
And makes them feel
That's it.
Good with. Okay.
There's never been any other day and age where people just like, I just want to fit into something. Oh, LGBTQ, I'll be gay. Or feminist, I'll be woman rights. Or whatever the fuck else it may be, dog. They're just trying to fit in. Period. TikTok.
But why?
Instagram. Because niggas don't know who they are.
So they're just searching for anything.
Yes.
I like that.
Niggas don't know who they are, dog.
I agree with that.
Okay. Niggas don't know who they are.
Okay.
There's no reason to fucking sag your pants below your knees. No reason.
Style. What do you mean that's the reason? Style.
That's style.
Cool and media and whatever. Not even media.
Yeah, it started in prison when niggas getting fucked in the ass.
That part is true, but I'm just saying you're saying what's the reason is because it's style, culture, whatever.
It's not style. Nobody likes to see your ass.
No,
Nobody wants to see the back of your thighs. Fuck you.
I get it. I was just answering your question. It wasn't a question, but yeah, no, that's why they would do it because that's the shit. That's how they feel comfortable. That's their culture. That's their style.
It's corny.
So we was gonna talk about Nick Cannon, y'all know, a little bit. I don't know. We don't have to because before these guys came over, I was gonna do a live by myself and I was gonna talk about Nick Cannon and whether or not he's selling out a little bit. We can watch some of these clips. I guess why I got the Corey Holcomb thing up right now because he was on. He's recently he just came back to a Masked Singer. I think he was a Masked Singer, guess, and then now he's back as the host or something like that. Wild 'N Out's about to start back up with a new season. He's good on that, and so he He was on 5150 last week on Corey's show, and you know Corey gonna keep it real, talk that shit, but he also did a whole bunch of what I think is not caping for Nick, but he said it himself. We gotta protect Nick because Nick, like Kevin Hart, is in a position they deserve to be in the gatekeeper position because they're giving niggas jobs. He even mentioned Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart, and Nick Cannon, all three of them gave him jobs. So he's like, basically, I don't give a damn if Tyler Perry wear a dress. I don't care if Nick, maybe backpedal on his apology to the Jewish bosses in the community. If Kevin Hart, whatever, wore a dress, them niggas gave me a job. So, we got to protect them. I think there may be, the topic really wasn't necessarily, I use Nick Cannon in the 5150 interview as a way to talk about that. Is that actually true? Don't answer the question now, but think about that. That's basically, is that true? Like, as black people like specifically Kevin Hart, Nick Cannon, Tyler Perry, because they employ a lot of black actors and talent, put money in their pockets. And even though they may have done some things that you may not agree with, that we may not agree with as black people, as the collective, should we still protect them? And if so, how and why? And if not, how and why? Y'all feel me? I know it's a complex question. And then,
the answer?
Not yet. I'm just laying out the topics right now, nigga. Slow down. So then we're gonna get into was one other topic. Usher. Just to talk shit. Y'all heard about Usher paying them hoes with fake money? Which you heard about that? Yeah. No, it might be a spoof or a trolling, but the girl said she paid him with hundreds with his face on it.
Yeah.
You heard it? You saw that?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Hold on, let me put the thumbnail up real quick. Look over here, Brad. Even though you're not gonna get on camera, that's a damn shame, y'all. That's Angry Man. Hey, Angry Man. I'm your boy, the host, Brother David, aka Big Baby. Look at that. You see this shit? Look at that.
Look at the boards. Somebody look at the boards. I ain't going to mother
She said she was stuffing him in her drawers and then got home that night and wasn't no Benjamin Franklin. She didn't see Andrew Jackson. She didn't see Grant. She saw Usher, baby. Usher? If it was T.I., I'd be like, hey, that's T.I.
That's T.I., right.
You better check that hole, Mr. Dubois. Where's that from?
Boondocks. Nigga.
Okay. Brad was looking confused. I've been going off sometimes.
Really?
I did. You had to run the
Nah, you better check that hoe.
That shit ain't illegal. Like, you can't get in trouble with that.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. I think I saw something a few hours ago that said that his people said that that's a lie. So, but the last thing she said, my ninjas, is that he paid with them Usher dollars.
Urshers.
There were no grants.
That's funny.
No Benjamins. So anyway, and then did I have another topic? We can just talk shit. Oh yeah. Oh I did want to hold up. Hold on. No, my bad. People be calling in. I'm saying I'm going live, y'all. Hit me in the motherfucking chat or hit me on the phone. Usher Raymond. I told Tito this story, but let me tell you this story, dog. And then everybody that's watching, the 2-3 chat motherfuckers that's watching. Anybody actually got their YouTube pulled up? I want to see if there's anybody actually talking. Because I got my little shit pulled up. See if there's anybody actually conversing with us. If they got questions when you jump in. So Tito, just pretend you haven't heard this story. So y'all, I had a situation recently, all right? So I went to go get some first of all, turn that shit down. So first of all, didn't nobody tell me until recently, didn't nobody tell me ever, I found out by accident that the chicken McGriddle at motherfucking McD's is delicious. Did you know that?
Hell yeah.
I just found out like 3-4 weeks ago for the first time. And then very recently, I went on to go re-up. You know what I'm saying? That shit, that shit tastes like chicken and waffles.
Yeah, it's fire.
Tito. Because the camera's on you.
I ain't had it yet.
Man, I'm about to turn the camera to Brad, bro. It's just right here, bro. You don't want to...
I'm good, bro.
Hell yeah.
All right. Just keep talking at least. Jeez Louise, I tell you. Anyway, so I went back for a round 2, right? Because it was just delicious, right?
Yeah.
I just need help. Cause I called my sister, and I already knew what she was going to say. I called her first. Well, actually, I can't remember if I called you or her first. But I called y'all because I knew y'all would understand. Because y'all got the same blood pumping through your veins and shit, you know. Like, so you know how you be in the morning. You ain't smoke, you know, you ain't take your medicine yet. It's early. I was actually going to get breakfast, so I hadn't even had no coffee yet. You know what I mean? So it's the morning. Not to make excuses. I was a little irritable. But, so I went to Mickey D's, you know what I'm saying? And I pull up, you know, they got the 2 lanes now, most places. I mean, pretty sure everything. So before I order, I hear the gentleman in the outside lane, because I'm on the inside lane, and I think he ordered, let's just say it was a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. And so I have experience with this McDonald's. It's nice on the outside, you know, but, you know, it's kind of ratchet in spirit because of the people who work there. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it was like it was a woman. She said, what? To the man, because I can hear him. I got my window down, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful spring day, you know what I'm saying? Praise God. And so just remind you, Tito, you are on camera. I just want to let you know. So don't pick your nose or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Brad, get the scoop. All right. So anyway, she said, what? And he leaned out the window of his truck and said, can I please have a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit? I wouldn't say because of his age that it's with attitude, but she said, what? And then he leaned out to be more clear, in my opinion. She said, calm down. Say it one more time. What you said? And so he said this shit again. Anyway, long story short, I ordered my delicious chicken McGriddles. I ordered like 6 of them motherfuckers. It's 2 for $2 right now. I shouldn't even be saying that because, you know what I'm saying? McDonald's on pay us, but whatever. Everybody knows 2 for $2. Chicken and waffles, dog. Delicious, right? Everybody in agreement on that part? Yeah. All right. So, I was like annoyed because, you know, this is an older dude. And then when he pulled in front of me, because he ordered his first, right? So he pulled in front of me. And I saw that it was an older black gentleman. Now, I don't want to speculate or get into, like, you know, whether or not I would have acted differently if it was a white gentleman, but I couldn't tell him initially because he's just a country kind of accent, older man. But when I saw it was, you know, older black guy, I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I felt a little bit more convicted in my spirit. I pulled behind him, the window still down, waiting to pay my money. I hear him immediately trying to, like, you know, appeal to the young lady. I'm sorry, man, you know what I mean? I was talking loud, you know, you couldn't hear me, but I got cancer and I just had radiation surgery on my throat. Or something like that. You know, it might not be your thing, but you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So I just, you know, some people, I got to talk with, you know, people think I wasn't, you know. And she was, you know, I don't know if it's the same lady, but she was like, oh, it's all good or whatever. So he pulled up to the next window to get his food because he paid the first window. So, you know, I get there, you know what I mean? This is the reason I call my brother and my sister because, you know, we were born from the womb of Ramona Brooks. And fire sometimes boils at random times. Sometimes it even catches us off guard. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Because I was chilling. I was cool. I was professional. I gave her my money. You know, I said, you know, hey, I guess it's a good thing that he was a good, you know, God-fearing, you know, citizen. It was very nice to explain what happened to him. I mean, you know, because, you know what I mean? Some customers might have got a little upset at your little response. And she was like, ha, 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 ha. Like, I don't think she heard me. Because they got the little plastic partition now because it's COVID and everything, you know. So she was just like, you know, taking my money, getting the change, whatever. You know, she was responding, but not really responding. I was like, you know what I mean? You know, and she was still getting her shit together and getting the receipt. I was like, you know. And so I went from, you know, happy to kind of, you know Candy, right? So I went from like, you know, I went from like, it was a Candy move, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went from like, you know, but I was like, you know, I just think it's funny, you know, how, you know, I mean, you know, that's an old man, you know what I'm saying? Like, before he even told you his story, you didn't even know what he went through. I heard him. I don't think he was being rude. And she's like getting the receipt and the money and the change, like, huh? And so I'm like, you know, and I'm like, you know, kind of getting the spirit, the Holy Spirit is coming up in me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just, you know, once again, it's a good thing he was a nice old man. You know, some people I know would have snapped on you. I mean, quite frankly. And she was like, wait, what do you mean? I said, I just thought, you know what I mean? You said, calm down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm actually talking to her just like this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta admit, it's like, you know, 8 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, yeah. I'm like, you know, you said calm down. You know what I mean? Like this dude, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Cancer, throat, surgery, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. And she's like, no, sir, that wasn't me, or something. And I actually do think it wasn't her, because, you know, they had 2 people on the headphones. Right. I think the woman who talked that shit was on the second window where I got the food. Right. She's older, and I think she was a manager. Yeah. Praise God. She needed a man in her life to snap her back to being a Proverbs woman and not a raggedy woman. You understand what I'm talking about? So I had to go, you know, so I said, so as soon as she said, oh no, sir. And she did it kind of, she was a young girl, kind of not with an attitude, but you know, they can't help it. She got a little attitude just, and you know, no, sir, that wasn't, and I snatched my money in the receipt. I said, it doesn't matter who it was. I heard it. You was on the headset. The man said, you know, bacon, egg, and cheese, and you said, calm down. I said, that man is our elder. He's our elder, and I pulled out to the next window.
To the next window. That nigga skeeted out to the next window, bro.
Because the old man was gone by now. Right. I wish he was here to hear it. It don't matter. I was there for you in spirit, brother, whoever you are. Because I didn't like that shit, man. So I pulled up to the second window. They heard everything. There was a little gay. Listen, guys, you know, this is on YouTube. So, you know, there was a young homosexual young man that I had dealt with before in regard to the McDonald's window. He'd actually been a cashier before. He was behind the young lady who was like, oh, that wasn't me. And I snatched the damn money. And, you know, because he was back there like, oh, girl. You know, and I'm like, that nigga, you ain't doing no man shit back there getting these bitches right. And I pulled off to the second window. So then the lady, the older lady, she had my food. And it was like I said, 6 chicken, you know, it was a nice little hefty sack. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say nothing to her. She opened the window. I got the food, looked in there immediately. She closed the window before I could even look in the bag. I looked in that motherfucker. No napkins. She opened it when I said, can I get some napkins? Some more napkins, please? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean napkins in the first place. And this is the old lady. She looking at me and she giving napkins. Dog, I reached in the window because she had them balled up. I saw she had a Jezebel spirit on her. So I approached her in kind. You understand? You understand? What kind of man would I be not to oblige? Oh, you got an attitude? Because you want to talk to our elder with disrespect? So anyway, so I reached in that motherfucker because I was already in there with the boom, boom, boom. Anyway, she opened that shit like, nigga, why is that? And she had them shits balled up like she didn't give a fuck. I snatched the motherfuckers out. As I hit the guy, I said, these bitches say shit. Okay, and scene. That's the end of the story, y'all. Was I wrong? Were they wrong? Did I overstep? Was I extreme? Tito, go.
No, fuck these bitches,
I mean,
and
I don't mean to say it like
but
that. I mean, you know. We don't
fuck these.
All right.
Fuck these new ass people, dog. Like, these niggas they didn't grow up like us, dog.
But this was a girl like
this
girl's probably like your age, 32, 33.
In the second window or the first?
The second window. The one who probably said, "Hold on, I think she was a manager."
And told him to calm down.
Calm down.
I probably know her.
Right. Yeah, cause she was, you know.
That's funny.
Yeah. She can get.
Anyway,
yeah.
but I just think, and that goes back to my point, dog. Like, everybody's doing the same shit, so with everybody being ratchet and acting ratchet, the bitches, everybody's ratchet, dog. Everybody at Walmart. I work at Walmart, everybody. I work at 5 different Walmarts.
You work at 5 different Walmarts?
Yeah.
You work at Walmart, the company?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't work. I work for T-Rock.
Okay.
The
cell phones. Okay,
yeah.
So and you manage it. Okay.
Right,
Gotcha.
and I manage 5 different Walmarts.
So you see from bird's eye view, manager, even perspective,
all
like you see the customers,
from the manager,
employees,
from the
everybody.
Store, yes, I see.
So you see the whole shit.
I see the whole shit, and all of them motherfuckers just got out.
You hired some of these raggedy women.
Yes, they're beautiful women.
Okay.
But no, dog, like all them bitches saying, so my point is, nigga.
So I was wrong or right?
You was right.
I mean, it was. I mean, if it was
because it comes.
Honestly, had I smoked or even had coffee, I probably would have let it go, cause they've been ratchet before.
Had I smoked and had coffee and had CBD and done another drug, I'd have still cussed them bitches out because I'm on the same shit. Like, y'all niggas ain't got no manners, nigga. I hate to sound like my mama, dog.
Training, no
y'all niggas
respect for men.
Y'all don't have no respect for nobody.
Not even
like,
their
nigga,
mamas.
Who are you niggas?
But again, it's all good. I mean, Brad, I just feel like it's just like you're the only one in the room representing for the few, 1 or 2 handfuls of women who actually are not like Tito's talking, but you won't get on camera.
Yeah.
We'll talk about them. The microphone can hear you. Just speak.
I would say this though, you weren't wrong because man, you could have took a subtle approach, and it would your message wouldn't have got across.
Right.
Your shit. Your joint.
Right.
They told whoever they lived with that night about me.
Yeah.
When they got home.
Right.
And they went to sleep that night like maybe I shouldn't have. I caught an attitude with the old man today, and then he was drive through. But he was right though.
He was right though.
Sometimes you gotta do this shit.
He got in my ass like a wedgie, but maybe I deserved it.
Right. Right.
Because they deserved it, bro. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play this clip real quick because we've been rambling for a little while, guys. Y'all, apologies, but thank you. So is anybody on the chat?
No.
Damn. That's all right. The numbers come, you know, for after. You know, they become after. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it is early in the day too. But I'm gonna play this clip of Nick Cannon talking about the vaccine, and hear y'all's thoughts on the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. It ain't gonna be too loud because it's gonna be.
Hell, motherfucking dog. Dick, you walked in on some shit. We was talking about that shot.
Oh, you got it yet?
I ain't getting that motherfucker. I know you. It's different for you. Like, and listen, I am not gonna put you on the spot about those sucker shit because we love you, nigga.
Nah, we talk about
what
it.
about the shot working for like major networks and shit?
Man, I think this is how it go. Like, because doing a Dr. Sebi documentary and all of that type of stuff, so I've been entrenched in all of this stuff for quite some time. I respect anybody who I've been meeting people, even Dr. Sebi's kids, certain people. They ain't never seen it.
He picked up the project from you want to go and sit in Tito's chair? He picked up the project from Nipsey. Nipsey had started working with Dr. Sebi's kids and people who run his company on doing a documentary about him. You know about Dr. Sebi, how he cured cancer, herpes, apparently HIV, I guess, all natural stuff. And then of course his regimen is, you know, big time. And I looked up some stuff. I bought a couple of products, but that shit's kind of expensive. So Nick has been working on that project. He took over for Nipsey basically.
Okay. Yeah, I remember hearing about Nipsey working with him.
Working with Sebi?
Yep.
Yeah.
Doctor ever. They ain't stepped foot into a hospital. They was born at the house. They do all of them herbs, all that. I salute that. You know what I mean? And if I could start all over, I probably would go that process too. But I got lupus. So, like, they done shot me with all type of shit for the last few years. So it's like, for me to step up and say, you know, I can't, you know, I'm not gonna go for this and do it. I gotta go to the doctor every 2 weeks, just based off of some blood work type of stuff. So if the physician is telling me I need this to stay alive, I'm gonna probably lock in. I'm gonna do all of the Sebi stuff that I could, and then we talk about this in the doc. But it's like, it's a lot of stuff out there that I could want to stand for, but I've been under the care of the medical system. They've been keeping me alive for the last 10 years.
Huh? You locked in.
So like, and it's even with my own kids, like, you know, again, I didn't let any of my kids get vaccine until they got of age to where they had, once you got to go to school in this public system, it's certain things that operate within this world and this government. As much as we stand for the truth and all that stuff, it's just certain stuff that we victim to. So all of them people who want to get up there and talk about we ain't taking a shot, but your ass go to the doctor.
So if I got to, if let's say I want
to, they still gonna stick some shit in you.
If I want to do Wild It Out, do you think I got to do
Nah, they ain't moving like that yet.
They ain't moving like that yet. But see, he's smart. He know how they finna start coming.
Yeah. These drunk ass niggas forgot we're live. You can't have side conversations. Listen, Nick just said they gonna stick some shit in you anyway. If you gonna participate in this shit, don't you got rules at your job? I mean, I'm gonna let him talk.
All of this stuff for quite some time. I respect anybody who I've been meeting people, even Dr. Sebi's kids, certain people. They ain't never seen a doctor ever. They ain't stepped foot into a hospital. They was born at the house. They do all of them herbs, all that. I salute that. You know what I mean? And if I could start all over, I probably would go that process too. But I got lupus. So, like, they done shot me with all type of shit for the last few years. So it's like, for me to step up and say, you know, I can't, you know, I'm not gonna go for this and do it. I gotta go to the doctor every 2 weeks, just based off of some blood work type of stuff. So if the physician is telling me I need this to stay alive, I'm gonna probably lock in. I'm gonna do all of the Sebi stuff that I could, and then we talk about this in the doc. But it's like, it's a lot of stuff out there that I could want to stand for, but I've been under the care of the medical system. They've been keeping me alive for the last 10 years.
Huh? You locked in.
So like, and it's even with my own kids, like, you know, again, I didn't let any of my kids get vaccine until they got of age to where they had, once you got to go to school in this public system, it's certain things that operate within this world and this government. As much as we stand for the truth and all that stuff, it's just certain stuff that we victim to. So all of them people who want to get up there and talk about we ain't taking a shot, but your ass go to the doctor.
So if I got to, let's say I want
to, they still gonna stick some shit in you.
If I want to do Wild It Out, do you think
They ain't moving like that yet.
They ain't moving like that yet. But see, he's smart. He know how they finna start coming.
Yeah. But why I just can't have the paper to say I'm good?
They selling them over there down the street.
Right? All right, that's enough. But y'all heard all that shit, right? I mean, valid points. So we know Nick Cannon, and I already kind of rambled about this in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is also a topic, but right now I want to talk about like what he just said about the vaccine. But like in general, Corey's got him on the show because that's his homeboy. Even though he's his little brother in the game, he put him on with Wild 'N Out, got him some money. He respects him. He says, we don't necessarily watch that, but he says on this particular episode, we got to protect. He told one of the homeboys, jokingly but seriously, like, nigga, don't ask him that shit, nigga, either, because them people going to, like, use it against him. We got to protect our brother. So, okay, I get it. With that being said, we heard what the brother we're protecting, and we'll talk about whether or not we're supposed to protect the Kevin Harts, the Tyler Perrys, and Nick Cannons. But if it's assuming that we do, listen to what he just said. Look at what we're protecting. So, I mean, again, I'm sorry, I should be asking the question instead of kind of put my opinion out there. But, like, he said your kids are going to school. He got lupus. So, in his mind, he's like, hey, God's kind of got me right now either way, regardless. Because I got to go get some other bullshit from the white man's drugs, so to speak, anyway. So, whatever. And with Wild 'N Out, the Masked Singer, all of his $1 million projects and endeavors, they require him to get tested every day. That shit that they stick in his brain, that's crazy. He says that on the episode as well. So, okay, all right. So, somebody jump in. The vaccine, how do you feel about it? And then parlay it into what he just said, regardless of, because he said some truth. Whether you agree with him, like he's going along with it, like, hey, I'm out here making these millions, I gotta do what I gotta do. He didn't say all this. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, there's rules at your job. Okay. But regardless of that, what do you think about the vaccine? And then the fact that what he is saying is true. Eventually, maybe not now, your kid, if they want to go to public school, will have to get the vaccine. If you have a regular ass job, like 90% of motherfuckers in America, you will have to get the vaccine. If you want to get on an airplane, you will have to get the vaccine. Eventually, I think they'll even make it hard, not impossible, for business owners. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, SocialMediaBoutique does booking and weddings and corporate events. I don't work for a nigga, but eventually they might be like, oh, if you're a band or you're a comedian, whatever that you want to book for this resort or this Woodside Country Club or whatever endeavor to be a part of the Mayfest, whoever comes has to be vaccinated. I think there'll be a day. I'm sorry, I'm reaching. So anyway, y'all jump in. What do you think about that? However you want to talk about it.
I'll start from the bottom.
Now we here.
And I think the bottom piece is that, and I'll go into a little bit more, but like the Kevin Hart, the other niggas that you may have named,
Tyler Perry,
and Kevin.
Mm-hmm. The wave, what?
Those niggas I don't really fuck with, you know what I'm saying? And
speak a little more loudly and clearly. You good though?
I say that to say this. I do fuck with Nick Cannon.
And Kevin Hart.
I don't fuck with Kevin Hart.
Okay, we'll get into that later, but go ahead. Say your piece. Okay.
But I fuck with us. Nick Cannon is on some bringing light to the natural, you know what I'm saying, people. He has a voice, he has a word.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the streets, he's talking about Dr. Sebi shit.
Yeah, he's doing that,
so
right.
You know what I'm saying? And even though he has lupus, and he does have to fuck with the white people, or, you know what I'm saying?
You agree that he has to get the vaccine?
No. I didn't do that.
Mickey Knox, what's up? Sorry, talk. That's what I'm just shouting out the chat room. Mickey Knox, what up?
So my point is that no, I don't think he should have got the vaccine. But I believe that
even with him having medical issues, he don't necessarily have to. He could still, you saying, survive.
Right.
Okay.
He can still survive for sure, but he's at the point in his life where
his work, though, if anything else.
I got lupus. I can't really afford to get COVID. You know what I'm saying?
And his job is making him do it.
And right.
All his jobs.
And right. Like you said, that nigga's getting tested every day. You know what I'm saying? So if I get a vaccine, it'll just make my life easier. I ain't mad at the brother.
Okay.
I ain't mad at him at all.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because truthfully, he's at a point in his life where he's but back to
keep his bag going.
Right, for sure.
And you agree? And you agree with that?
And the only reason I agree with it is because he's trying to teach and acknowledge natural Dr. Sebi, like real nigga shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kevin Hart's not doing that. Tyler Perry's not doing that. No other actor or comedian.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't there yet, but I like it. That. So okay. So
you know what I'm
so
saying?
basically, okay, to tie it in and move into that, basically you are saying that like Nick Cannon, regardless of what anyone thinks about him, if they say he backtracked or switched up or apologized, and we'll get into that because he does say like, I don't apologize for apologizing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I, was throwing a rock, in the country on some, whatever, and I accidentally hit somebody I didn't see in the woods, I would say, I'm sorry. That was not my intention. Right. You know what I mean? So he said, I never took back what I said. Yeah. So I feel like it was some PR.
It wasn't PR for me. It wasn't PR
what wasn't PR for you?
The apologizer. To me.
Okay. What are you saying? Go deeper.
To me, what Nick Cannon did was, when I say check shit, I mean, he gave up his rook to take a bishop. Mm-hmm. You can't say what you want to say and not expect not to get no backlash. That's bullshit.
Even if you say some real shit.
Right. If you say some real shit, you're going to get backlash. Bullshit.
Right.
Because of the new age, Instagram, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. He said what he said, and I respect him for that. And then the niggas came at him, and he was like, all right, whatever, nigga. He apologized, but to me, that was just moving his rook in a different place.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't a give up. No, it wasn't no sucker shit. Right. I feel like he moved his rook into a different place.
Okay.
And they took his rook. Excuse me. They took his rook. It happened. But nigga, he's still playing the game. Like I say, he got lupus, so he can't really afford to get COVID. So I understand him going to get a vaccine, though. But I believe that Nick Cannon's a real nigga.
I like it.
The other niggas, no. Cause I think, and I used to love Kevin Hart, though. And
so hold on real quick, and so and that's fine. Like we can flow free, because the other one of the topics, even though I haven't written it, but I'll change it later, is that because Corey says it a lot on this interview with Nick Cannon. Even though we're talking about the vaccine right now, he mentions a lot that we should protect people like Nick Cannon, people like Kevin Hart, people like Tyler Perry, because they all gave him jobs, literally. And then he feels like because they do that with a lot of black actors and actresses and talent, that's why no matter kind of what you may not like about some of the things they do, we should still hold them up. Now, Tito, you're saying yes to Nick Cannon, but no to Tyler Perry and Kevin Hart. Mm-hmm. Why? Go ahead.
Only because of the fact that I believe in niggas that are doing real things.
Like you just described about Nick Cannon.
Right. Kevin Hart.
For EG, okay.
Kevin Hart was doing Philadelphia shit. He was doing real nigga shit. And as soon as he got into the masses, my nigga switched over. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
So what does the Philly shit mean? You just mean like he was real to the core, where he's from, raw, more gritty.
He was Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? He was like,
he was
no. My point is, he was like gritty, dog. He was like a real nigga.
And now you don't think he is?
No, because for one, he was. Kevin Hart is difficult.
he's difficult, or like so like it's hard to kind of put your point.
Yeah, it's Kevin Hart's difficult because Kevin Hart still does Kevin Hart shit where he has to.
As far as what we're talking about,
Plastic Cup Boys.
As far as what Corey be talking about, he does it to the max. All them niggas own real estate in L.A. like $1 million homes. But his homies, Scrappy, Skippy, whatever the name is.
But to the point,
nigga that be dancing.
But to the point, Kevin Hart hasn't done anything for black people.
It's you being on the level that like a Nipsey or like
Nick's
trying to do or yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done anything for black people.
So the employment side of the game is not enough.
No.
For I guess what a legend. Is that kind of what we're talking about? I haven't said it yet, but we're talking about people that kind of that are aspiring or on path to be this legendary status.
To another push people to another level. Like Kevin Hart didn't push anybody. He did the Plastic Cup Boys. He did the niggas from the Philly, whatever the case may be. But that nigga didn't. Once he hit Hollywood, he was Hollywood.
Yeah, real quick, shout out to Mickey Knox, and I need to get that. What's that thing you told me? Streamlabs, some shit where I can pull up. We can go live and all the stuff, and then pull the comments up when you want to show people. But I'm gonna get it. Y'all give me a week or two. But
y'all tell us what it is.
Like and subscribe to the channel real quick, guys.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Watch the videos.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk after this about Brooks Brothers. That's another show that we've done and we kind of chilled on, but we're gonna bring back. But Mickey Knox said we don't have time to worry about money and paychecks. We are literally fighting for the future of our black lives, not just yours, but our children's. Right, some real niggas. Profound preaching, street preaching shit.
Okay, so I'll say this, and that's
flow off what he just said.
That literally flows in what I'm saying. Kevin Hart, yes, of course, made a way for a couple hundred black comedians.
Whatever. I mean, whoever he helped.
Tyler Perry helped a couple hundred black comedians. But my point is that nigga, they didn't help the black community. They didn't do nothing for us.
Okay.
And my point when I fuck with Nick Cannon is that nigga, motherfucker talk about some good shit. He talking about
philanthropy.
Shit.
I think they both have, especially Tyler Perry, philanthropy. I mean, again, I just want you to be clear. All the people.
Okay, so
now real quick, Tyler Perry. Now, Kevin Hart is to me he's in the middle. Like we talk about these three people: Nick Cannon, Kevin Hart, Tyler Perry. I feel like I agree with Tito. BleepLifeLLC. We're gonna talk about that on the break or something like that. But about Nick Cannon, I think even though he, people may criticize his apology, whatever you think he did in order, and even his stance on what we just talked about. The fact that he got the vaccine. It is what it is. You want to send your kids to school. You want to be a part of the system.
He has to be a part of the system. So you got to do it. So
yes. And I'm in agreement with Tito because I think that we do need people like that. We need Jay-Z's and Beyonce's and Nick Cannons and regardless of what they're doing specifically or how real it is, the point is they have a role. You know what I'm saying? If this was war or army or whatever, they're the financiers. They're the image.
They reach the people.
Brand.
They reach the people.
Right.
That's what
I don't
they do.
expect them to be on the front lines or at the barracks. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
They reach the people. So that's what they do.
Not to say that they have leeway to do bullshit, but like as long as they don't do no bullshit, they're good, and they keep contributing in the other way that they're meant to contribute. And I feel like Nick does that. Kevin, I far as does that. As far as hold down his
Kevin,
hold on, let me say this. There's a lot of celebrities, most celebrities, black celebrities, who are out here popping in history, wherever, however, where they're getting it, but all their people around them are latcherons. They don't have it. They're not getting it. Kevin Hart is one of the few who not only got the gatekeeper position, but like he brought in Tiffany Haddish, and we see Tiffany Haddish is bringing in a whole bunch. I don't think women comedians are that funny and whatever. But she's successful, and I'm cool with that. That's because of Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's giving Corey Holcomb. You know what I'm saying? Like even though he does the mainstream thing, he helps everybody. Even someone like Corey Holcomb, who says faggot and does everything that makes Hollywood not want to fuck with him, but he'll still saying no. So. But no, what's what? Because that's a lot, dog. I mean, if you're employed.
Okay, so we're talking about Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart
specific, right?
Yeah.
No, dog. Kevin Hart put on 4 or 5 people in his 20-year span of making $300 million. My point is that
well, see, I ain't talking about. So you talking about like as far as famous people, he's only put on Tiffany and Terrell, Lil Rel, and I don't know. There's a lot of comics who work, even if they're not famous, but like on the circuit, get little side role movies and shit because of Kevin Hart.
Sure, Cat Williams.
But I'm saying
Cat Williams put on Red, Lucille. He put on like 10 different actors on his tour, just being Cat Williams. My point is that in his
I don't have no issue with Cat.
My point is that
Kevin did his thing, Cat did his thing.
In his 20 years, Kevin Hart of being who he is and making a couple $100 million, he did not help the people.
You're saying that he didn't help the people the way that you would like to have seen that. Because I just said he's employed a lot of niggas. All his homeboys who are not famous own $1 million homes in LA. From Philly. His team. Everybody that works with him. He's on some like boss shit. Like,
That's some Instagram shit. Them niggas ain't got no money.
I don't know. Nah. Well, anyway. So assuming that's true.
You talking about the Plus Club boys? Or whoever?
Yeah, Spanky, them boys, they own homes. They're not just homeboys in the clique. They actually, he's helped them. He's invested in their businesses. We don't even know all the shit they do. Like, clothing and, what I'm saying, little shit. Anything that they do. The XM Sirius radio deal. They all get checks from Sirius XM because of Kevin Hart. They own their homes. They're not just like, again, entourage. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you that he hasn't done like profound things like what I see Nick trying to do. But I guess what I'm saying is, do we hold that against him because he's satisfied with the lane of gatekeeper, and I'm gonna give other niggas some jobs that they want to get in on this Hollywood shit, and that's gonna put a couple $1 million in their pocket. You're saying that that's not good enough? To what? To be like, to be.
I'm saying more or less Kevin Hart. And this is the same thing I got with like every other whoever the fuck I talked about. But I'm saying that he can do a lot more.
I agree with that. But if he's saying, hey, I'm not the man, I didn't say I was gonna do that. I'm just saying, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna try to be the next Eddie Murphy the best I can. And then with that being in the new day and age with these apps and shit, and I got this, and he's got a lot of business going, and he's doing all kinds of things, and anybody that messes with him. And from what Corey's saying, and I believe it, he's a kind-hearted dude. He's like a nice guy. Real quick, Mickey Knox just said if we don't take direct action right now, within 15 years, 80% of black men will be Dwayne Wade's kid.
Right.
Or on that path, or have a kid like Dwayne Wade, or whatever, however you want to say it. Yeah, I mean, even though that's funny, but no, it's I feel like that's in line with what you're saying. So, my point is that I feel like Kevin Hart, I agree, he could do more, but because he's not putting on like he's, going to do more, he's just saying, I'm going to do this, and that's cool. Love me or hate me, I can't hate on him for it. But if you ask me the question, does he do all that he can do, or is he on some real legendary shit, I'll say no. Even on the comedy game.
That's Tyler Perry, too.
So Tyler Perry, because I said in order. So now we're getting to the other side of the map.
So let's go to the other
Tyler
side.
Perry he employs way more black people than Kevin Hart.
Right.
Way more. Especially now that he has a studio. He always has, though, even from the jump. Even when he was just doing the plays and shit, right?
Right.
Facts. Not that it really matters, because I heard Clifton Powell, who's Pinky in Friday, he did an interview. He was speaking out against Spike Lee, because this is a few years ago, Spike Lee had mentioned a fact that Tyler Perry, pretty much, unless you're a major star, he pays under scale, but he gives you a lot of work, And I'll be real with you, I don't know for sure, but I imagine just know a little bit about TV, and then like looking at the quality of work. Like he's got a lot of content, and a lot of it's kind of like Meet Mr. Brown. It's like B-rate. Like I don't think he's expects it to be more. Like he be going in, let me get a deal with BT. What? Boom, let's do it. UPN, CW, boom, 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 all this little bullshit, little fart comedy. Cool. So then, therefore, maybe that's the reason he really maybe kind of can't. I don't think the word is can't. Because his net worth, he's on an Oprah level now. We're getting there. He's second to Oprah in the, bougie black nigga elite 1%, Illuminati shit. So, he's operating what I think a lot of black people criticize that he operates kind of like the white man, you know what I mean? Which a lot of gatekeepers do. I feel like Kevin doesn't do that, but then he doesn't affect as many people. It's a kind of catch-22. So if a nigga's giving a lot of black workers and laborers jobs, but he's paying them slightly under the average wage, where's the real argument? So there's that, not a big deal. And then there's the real shit, which is he dresses like a woman and I mean, I don't know if it advocates, but perpetuates that image. Going back to my man, Mickey Knox. Mickey, keep talking, dog. Throw in some comments, man. Ain't that many people watching. Only 2 motherfuckers watching. So say some shit as we talk. But basically, we're headed for treachery. And when you look at someone like Tyler Perry, no, he's way more, to me, dangerous than a Kevin Hart. Because Kevin Hart did wear a dress, in Saturday Night Live or whatever. He did it like once, because they all have to do it. Martin did it, Chris Tucker. Let's think about all the gatekeepers outside of Chappelle. And he had to leave and turn down $100 million, and they said that he smoked crack. That was a trade-off for him. And he's the greatest. That's the only reason he's one of the only ones. But think about any of the other major black stars. They wore a dress. Or they did something in real life or on TV or screen that's emasculating, because that's kind of the recipe, the formula. You got something to say about that, Brad?
Will Smith?
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Like in Fresh Prince a long time ago or something like that. Okay. But then,
yeah.
Will Smith is straight, but then, even if he didn't, but I think he did. Of course, no. Long time ago, before, it was some Ted Danson shit, like back in I think Whoopi Goldberg was in the movie, but it was like one of his first movies. He played a gay dude. Okay. Like, him flew over the cuckoo's nest with the black dude from Philly with the hat to the side. I don't know. Mickey. Ask Bill Cosby if having money saves you from black subjugation under white supremacy. Exactly. He's throwing a lot of PowerPoints that all kind of like some not summarize, but flow into what we're talking about. Like black people, and I'll just go ahead and say it. I have nothing necessarily against Tyler Perry, because I look at him kind of like I feel about, I don't know, I guess abortion, voting. Like, personally,
that's hilarious, though. I did not expect abortion or voting.
Personally, it's not for me. Like, if I had any woman or sister or daughter in my circle of influence, if I could convince them, I'm in my personal, I'm trying to, even if it means putting the baby up for adoption, I don't really necessarily support that, but I guess I'm technically pro-choice. I don't know. I don't want to tell nobody what to do. What was the question? So if you wanna, I guess Tyler Perry, if you wanna wear a dress, I got over that years ago. You feel me? Because he got popping. White people were like, oh hell yeah, oh this guy, let's go ahead and give him some. Oprah, you like this guy? Put him with let's get it all on camera. And then once black women, not once, they were his main support up front, even when he was living out his car. So once he got big, we're talking about, and you know how it is, and tied into the conversation about us dating and relating to women in our families and romantic situations and business or whatever, is a whole shift, because, the average black woman would probably say that I'm hating, or maybe I have some homo issues, or call me a bitch nigga, like, oh, nigga, you ain't got the money like Tyler Perry, I'm not, what I'm saying, like, they support him dressing like a bitch.
Right.
With a big butt. So not only is it stupid fart comedy, not even sophisticated comedy, but he's dressing like a bitch. And in his movies, not all, but a lot of them, the men, he demonizes the men. Whether it's comedy and they're, Joe Brown is a buffoon-ass, clown-ass nigga. It's a crazy situation where the women typically are the matriarchs and the heroines of the fucking series or the movie. Or if it's something deep like Colored Girls, he didn't write that, but he did the movie, and and they got the light skinned nigga with the hazel eyes holding a baby over the ledge. And then not just to harp on Tyler Perry, but like even going back to Color Purple and like all that stuff that I'm not saying never happened in Black history, but it was not the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Did you grow up? I don't remember my grandmama even telling me about women walking around with black eyes and and granddaddy threw the baby over the motherfucker. Like, no, that's all like media meets Black women's trauma. That happened in the 80s and 90s exponentially, like 2 and 3 to the 4th and 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th power. So, like the homie was saying, like we're headed down this path where we see what it is. I mean, you're toxic. You should be canceled if you got anything worth anything on side of history. And so I mean, it's more than Kevin Hart. It would be if he just dressed in a dress. I could just let him. I could probably write him off like I did Martin, Chris Tucker, and who else? The nigga that did Big Mama's House 2, Brandon Jackson. But at least he came out and said that was some devil shit, and I'll never do that shit again. At least he said that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it. I move on. Nick, I'm cool with Nick. Financial abortions. If you can kill it, we can leave it. So yeah, let me see. I might play a couple a little bit more. I mean, y'all want to talk about Usher? Y'all got anything else to say about that? Yeah, man. Let me see. Hold on, real quick.
The little vaccine card.
For real.
But tell me, on the top, because I know a bunch of people feel different ways. I feel like I ain't scared of shit. Like, I feel like they done pumped me with all type of shit. And I done beat death so many times off of this shit. Like, what we scared of?
I'm scared because these white motherfuckers be paying for diplomas.
The white people getting the shot.
Why you think everybody on opiates right now? Because them doctors don't know what they doing. Oh, your leg hurt, here goes some drugs.
No, absolutely. But you talking about the bigger issues of just big pharma in general. But why this one you got?
No, it's all of the medicine.
I'm saying,
you
done got the chicken pox shot.
They gave them little boys Ritalin, and then little boys start growing titties.
Could you,
man? If nigga, my son came on with titties, I'd have took him back. Y'all better.
Teddy got titties.
I'm finna have no titties. I'm finna return them. No, I'm talking about that 7 and 8.
Teddy had titties at 7 and 8 too.
That nigga eating chicken.
That milk gets you titties too.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Everything. McDonald's get you titties.
Yeah, well.
So it's like this is my thing. As someone who's been researching this shit for the past 2 years, just one thing is showing me that Big Pharma got their hands in everything. When you talk about the Food and Drug Administration, they giving you your foods and your drug under one administration. So whatever
people know what that means. What he's saying is. That's what I'm trying to be right now.
Right. That's what
Cannon just said is, even though you might be talking about, I don't do this, but do you do that? Because like it was this girl, she was a vegan, she was in great shape, and she was talking about, how water. She don't put all that bad meat in her body, but I was fucking her.
And you was giving that kind of meat.
No, but even worse, I hate the niggas that do cocaine and they vegan. I be like,
cocaine
eat a burger, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Nigga, really? Niggas act too hard, I think.
Concept of motherfuckers always wanting to be some shit. When you want to be fucking this gang, this neighborhood, this fucking political party, this like.
We'll come into that shit. Anyway, that's not it either. Oh, I know what happened. I played this shit when we were just testing out the video, and damn, it kept going without my consent. I want to talk about Usher. So what did you hear about Usher, Brad?
I just mainly heard he was in the strip club. He threw money in his face on it. But that can't be true though. Like Usher ain't even that lit. Yeah. Do nothing like that.
You said what? Usher not that lit?
No, man.
I think it's probably some trolling shit.
Yeah,
But I mean, she said that though. That girl the picture just changed, but the girl that was up there before, she was the one that put it out. Pictures of that. She could have photoshopped it.
Yeah. I can see if it was.
Maybe he did it as a joke, but it was only 2 bills. So like maybe he gave her like $1,000 and then 2 of those like, yeah, bitch. Usher.
Okay.
If it was like that, that's kind of some G shit. No?
Yeah. Yo, no, for sure. I thought it was all Usher money. I can see that. I wish that was 6ix9ine. That would have been hilarious, bro. Kashi 6ix9ine doing that?
No, he be getting money. I hate to say it. I hate to admit it, but he be getting money. His shit's real. Because because everything we've been talking about, we were talking about women and related, but the generation has changed, the tides have turned. Realness is not respected anymore. I mean, if you're real, if you're one of the few, you can get by, you can still win, but even that is becoming harder. I mean, if nothing else, the vaccine, case in point. Not now, but eventually, like I said, there'll be a time where, even no matter what kind of business you do, if you're employees or if you're trying to interact and make money out here in the mainstream, whatever, outside of selling fruit or selling yoni steams, like, what's the name, baby mama? Then, you're going to have to get a certification. Are you asleep on the camera? So you got to switch with that dude, dog. Come on, Brad. Golly, dog.
You got to wake up.
Jeez, we're going to wrap it up soon. I think I didn't have too much more to say on that. I mean, I think because I got some notes, but I feel like I've already covered them in our conversation and going back and forth with y'all, man. So what do you think? Should we hold up and protect Nick Cannon, Kevin Hart, Tyler Perry? Why not? Me and Tito don't answer. He ain't talking about Tyler Perry. What you think about Tyler Perry?
No.
He's dangerous.
I think we should.
He puts money in niggas' pockets, but the trade-off is it's like the devil. Right. The devil says, "Here's $1 billion,
right?
But you owe me your soul."
Right. It's
$1 billion though.
I guess I would say how you feel about Trump is how I feel about Tyler Perry.
So you like Tyler Perry? Because I like Trump.
He loves Trump.
I wouldn't
love him, but I mean
Tyler Perry. But
I enjoy his antics and what he was offering us.
Yeah, like
I'm talking about Trump.
Yeah, kind of at the end of the day, Tyler Perry.
Okay. Yeah.
Setting a good example for somebody out here. Maybe do what he.
In what way? Business?
Business wise, yeah. Like
any other way?
I wouldn't say that. No.
Right. But
business wise, yeah, owning this.
Is that enough? So kind of like he was saying for Kevin Hart, it's not quite enough in his mind because Tyler's doing big shit. Yeah. And is it enough? Because he's doing big shit, is it enough? Does it make up for the dress and the Mr. Brown clown, emasculating men, the baby daddy that can't get his shit together, and the single mom that gets all the praise, or the nigga on the movie that's, beating the bitch ass, I can do bad all by myself. Remember the nigga in the tub? The nigga was drowning?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
All that shit. So even though that's all out here, he puts that out.
Yeah.
And he uses our people to put it out, but he pays them. Is the trade-off worth it?
Because I know that if women see that stuff, and that sets us 10 years back. So, I don't know.
Maybe 50.
Right. So.
And it's kind of, I think it kind of comes down to no matter what we're talking about in different ways, there does come a point for everybody, but I think especially black folks in America where you do have to, whatever you're doing, whatever system you're in, however you rise within that system, where you have to decide between your integrity and the bag. But Steve Harvey, and I mean, what's funny about Corey Holcomb, y'all may not know that I watched a lot of them. And what's funny is that he talked shit about Steve Harvey for the obvious reasons. Because on some real nigga shit, because Corey's a street nigga, from the streets and however. And so he don't like that shit that he told Monique. But I don't think he understands how he more than less said the same shit about Tyler Perry. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
What did Steve Harvey say about you?
You don't remember because Steve Harvey. So the general beef with Monique, she won the Oscar. She felt like she wasn't getting Oscar treatment. She spoke out against it. Tyler Perry and Oprah came and pulled her to the side because of the things she was saying in that regard, as well as she wouldn't do some free publicity for Precious that wasn't in her contract. And they were like, come on, it's Lee Daniels. We're trying to get him, up. We're trying to create this black 1% Illuminati shit that we got. And so you got an Oscar. We need Lee, just do it. And,
Yeah. like the
we'll you know, I owe you a favor you can't refuse or whatever, however, you know.
Right.
And she was like, no. And so they basically kind of blackballed her, in her opinion, and she went out and she didn't get work like she thought she deserved. And Tito! And we're about to wrap it up. Can you try to keep your eyes open, please? Because Brad refused to get on the camera. You're literally on camera right now asleep. That's hilarious. Uncle Carlos' nephew, boy. Carlos, wake up! I hope he's watching. Anyway, and they had basically a falling out to the extent where Monique did a stand-up where she ended up saying, you know, Tyler Perry Oprah can suck my dick.
Yeah.
And then later she parlayed all that energy into the Netflix. Remember Netflix? They only offered her $500,000. Yeah. And she's like, Amy Schumer got $7 million, Dave Chappelle got 60, Chris got 40. What the fuck? Well, I got an Oscar. Right. You know, we remember all that. So she eventually went on Steve Harvey's show because Steve Harvey, being the do boy of Oprah and Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a $150 million nigga. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on behalf of the, you know, billionaire niggas. And you didn't hear about that at all? I mean, it was on his show back when he had a show. Like he said, and he basically said, look here, y'all. I'm from Cleveland. All right. I don't know what or why or where, but Monique, you got to go for the bag. And she said something about, I'm trying to be funny, but she did say something like, what about the integrity game? He said, Monique, we in the money game. We want to reach the level that, you know, the best thing you can do for broke people, your people, is not be one of them. I'm from Cleveland, y'all. Hey, I don't know what or why. I got that from Godfrey, but anyway. Yeah. So yeah, he said that shit to her, and she was, you know, it went viral because of course most real black people were like, oh, because he literally basically said, you have to pick when you're on this level, you have to pick the bag over the integrity. Right. Corey went in on that dude. Just like he goes in on Stephen A. Smith. Just like he goes on everybody. So now he's personal friends with Nick Cannon. He threw in Kevin Hart and Tyler Perry. But I'm trying to make I'm like, you know, whether it's Corey or anyone else who might like, oh, I fuck with Tyler Perry, but I don't fuck with Steve Harvey, because Steve Harvey said some blatant things that I can disagree with. Remember, he also, in the joke, it was a joke, but still, when you play that sound clip along with his serious interview with Monique, where he told his little sister to get the money over the fucking integrity, they played a clip where he jokingly said he